Everybody in the galaxy, welcome back to my channel. We're going to try out something a little bit new today. That's right, my friends, it's Electric Archaic News. And for those of you who know me, you know how I feel about the news, but when there's something this big that happens in the realm, we gotta talk about it. Just a little bit. I promise you I'll be quick. Now, what is this news I'm talking about anyway? You may have already heard. It's Roland. They've just released a new flagship drum machine. Boom! The TR-1000. And it looks like a freaking monster. Gosh. So, on first glance, it does look like it might be an iconic drum machine. And considering the fact that they've finally listened to us on a thing or two, it might actually be able to pull it off because we got analog drum voices. And that's all we've ever wanted from ya, Roland. Thank you. I will sincerely thank you for that because we've been asking, we've been waiting. But there's just one little problem here. For those of us who've been waiting, we're still waiting. What are we waiting for? Oh, of course, we're waiting for a TB-303 reissue, a TR-808 reissue, and a TR-909 reissue. And we know you can do it. And we know that you will. It's just a question of when. And considering that they just released a new, seriously, probably overpowered drum machine, it might take a couple more years. But that's why I'm out here right now. I'm praying, I'm begging, I'm on my knees, screaming for a reissue of the TB-303. That's right. Only you can do it, Roland. Don't let Behringer steal your fire. It's yours. The 303 belongs to you. But you need to bring it back to us. I just can't wait for the day that Roland gets on their high horse and says, we finally listened all the way. And we're bringing you a brand new TB-303, the Mark II. And it doesn't have to be exact. It probably won't be exact because, like they say, the difference between a TB-303 and a TB-303 is about the same as the difference between a TD3 and a TB-303. Although every TD3 sounds the same now, don't they? So let's talk about this. When you do reissue the TB-303, for sure, it should have DIN sync. But it can also have MIDI. It can have a nice 3 DIN sync, MIDI, and another MIDI. You can also give us some CV inputs too. That would be very great. But other than that, don't do anything different. Just reissue it. That's all we're asking for. Now let's get back to the news at hand, the TR-1000. I'm going to tell you the things I really like about it, or at least things I think I'm going to like about it, because of course, Roland didn't send me one. Might be because I just complain for reissues way too often. But I do really like the fact that they've implemented some DIN sync for a change. Yes! That really makes my man behind the curtain, the Roland SBX10 sync box. Yeah, I talk about it in all of my Mono Synth Monday shows. Here it is, check it out. Unfortunately, we make this bad boy obsolete, although you'll never be obsolete in my world. I love this guy. I do love this machine. Check it out. It's got MIDI in and 2 MIDI outs, DIN sync in and 2 DIN sync outs. In some ways, the syncing capability of this old Roland machine kind of beats the TR-1000. Although I know you got limited space. It can't be a real monster. It just has to be a monster. Anyways, it would be nice to travel around the world with a TR-1000 and a TB-303. Because now we can sync something up to it that's not some kind of specialized thingamajobber, which I love, or some kind of MIDI modification, which frankly I don't really want to do to my 303. One of the selling points on this specific 303 that I have was that it was stock, untouched, unmodified. And I have replaced the switches in here. It needed it badly. I haven't done any other modifications to it. Although I would be tempted to do some kind of a CV input thing, but that's, again, neither here nor there. Or is it? Okay. Another thing I like about the TR-1000, let me tell you, is it has some CV outputs and inputs. I think it has got some inputs. One thing I don't like about that, I wish it had more. I wish it had more. That segues me straight directly into, we finally got our individual outputs. Although I think some of the bigger flagship drum machines had individual outputs. And I just wish that this thing had some individual outputs. Oh, what's that? Oh no. Here's another one that coulda. And it shoulda had individual outputs. That would have been freaking great. I can get past the fact that it's digital. Both of these are digital. Oh, wait, I got another one that's digital. You gotta know, Roland. I really do love you guys. Okay, one other thing that I might like about this new machine is it looks solid. The build quality looks really great. It does look a little bit like a Cyber, I won't say it, but I'm just happy that it doesn't have any of this boutique weirdness. You guys seen this thing? The thing that pinches my fingers every time. See that right there? It's just, every time I go to replace the batteries, you know, it pinches me, and I don't like that. And then this whole jibber-jobbery, all of this, we could be done with this, I think. That's why I want that proper 303 reissue to happen, because look at this. Look at this. Oh, no flappy jobbers that are gonna pinch you. It's just a solid piece of freaking silver plastic, and you better believe that you could cut it out of metal. That'd be pretty cool. Although, I think a nice old school plastic with where the paint's gonna wear off would be pretty cool, in my opinion. Let's get to the next order of business. A lot of people online have said how they have copied another giant in the drum machine world, Electron, and I must agree with them. That little warp thingamajig, that's Electron's thing. So what happens? I guess are we passing the buck here? Behringer's stealing your fire, and now you're stealing Electron's fire? What is going on? That brings me right back once again to the issue at hand, and it's the real issue. We're talking about a TR-909 reissue, and of course, an 808 and a 303. And while you're at it, Roland, let's... There's so many reissues that you could do, and they would sell. I would buy one or two. I really, really would. Can't tell you how many times I've been tempted to get a second 303, you know, a little playmate for this one. That's why I picked up this thing. But if you saw my comparison video, there's some weirdness with this. I mean, it's not analog for one, but it sounds pretty cool. It's great. I love it. I'm going to keep it. It's kind of a piece of 303 history, and if you haven't guessed, I'm kind of a nutter for the 303. Oh boy. Anyways, the TR-1000. I welcome you to the realm. We're excited for you. We really are. But I still want those reissues, man. You're still leaving us. I don't know what the deal is with Roland. Maybe they have some kind of grand plan. Are you going to do it for the 50th anniversary or so? You're going to make all of us techno and acid heads wait another 10 years for a proper 303 reissue? Don't do it, man. We are ready with our wallets wide open to pay you for a proper analog TB-303 Mark II reissue. Ooh, and a 909 and an 808. Just do it. Oh, you're the only ones that can do it, and we're all still begging you. Maybe they get off on the fact that everyone is just begging them and they're not going to do it. Part of me worries that they think that they have done it with the TR-1000, although it does look a little bit like this or one of its siblings. when I really look at it. And that's fine because that's part of the Roland history as well, you know, with all these buttons and menu diving things. I personally am more of a knob per function guy myself, and that's probably one of the reasons why I won't take it. I do want to get the TR-1000, but maybe in a while once the price comes down a little bit, and I don't know, maybe I won't. I'm still saving up for a real boy 909 and a real boy 808, and yeah, they're pretty expensive, and you got to pick the right one or else you'll be stuck with it forever, I guess. I don't know. But I did see on some of these comparison videos that the 909 and the 808, they just did sound better than the TR-1000, and that's another issue at hand. Is it just because the electronics are old? Getting dusty in there, getting, you know, they've been overworked, they've had too much electricity going into them, they're all broken in. Is it like leather? Is that why it's so good? It's like, we can't sell you used leather. Well, why not, Roland? Figure it out. Once again, I love Roland so much. I have a gang of Roland gear all around here, and I commonly make fun of them for letting Behringer steal their fire on the TB-303. But I guess it is, I guess no one stopped them because no one reissued the real deal. Anyways, one more thing about the look and feel of the TR-1000. It kind of reminded me of one of these old Adderall video mixers. Yeah, that was back when Roland was doing analog video. So, until I can fork out $3,000, my friend, I'll just have this as my Roland. It'll be a stand-in for when I get the 1000. If I get the 1000. Anyways, give me a like and subscribe if you've had fun here today. I know I don't have a machine to play around with here, but I do have a show called Monosynth Monday, and it is dedicated to the TB-303. We like to fumble around making patterns, and we get some freaky ass sounds out of this thing, so I encourage you to check it out and join us on the next episode in a couple of weeks or whenever it happens. I also got Ease. That's my Electric Archaic Soundscape Expeditions show. It's all about DJing cassette tapes and cassette tape loops live on the Tascam 414. But that's a story for another day, my friends. I love you all, and I love this planet. And I know that you love this planet too. Have a good day out there, everyone. Make some fresh beats, hopefully with a brand new, fresh Roland drum machine. I'm so happy that they finally listened to us on the things that matter. And it's going to be a really great hybrid. I mean, FM synthesis and electron warp jigama thingama. We should be able to have a lot of fun with these things. But Roland, I'm still going to tell you every single freaking time that you got to reissue. Not a remix, not a hybrid, a proper reissue of the TB-303. And I'll be the first one to announce it if you let me. I'll come here like this. And I'll shake the batteries loose on my 303 just to tell you that Roland has finally listened all the way. And we're getting a TB-303 reissue in plastic. I'm out of here, guys. I love you. We'll see you. Peace out. The TR-1000. Do we love it or not? Don't forget to cast your vote below in the comments section. Are we 100% happy with the TR-1000, or are we 100% still waiting for the proper reissues of the proper big boy machines? You know the ones I'm talking about. That's right. It's Electric Archaic News. The opinion no one asked for, but probably you agree with.